Imagine a city stretching over 100 miles in a straight line, with no cars, no streets, and no carbon emissions. Sound like a futuristic dream? Well, Saudi Arabia is turning that vision into reality with the line, and they've just hit a major milestone, 10% completion. Stunning new drone footage reveals the early stages of construction on this ambitious $1 trillion megaproject, part of the larger Neom city development. The line aims to revolutionize urban living with its unique design, a 170-kilometer car-free, zero-carbon city powered entirely by renewable energy, ultimately housing 9 million residents. The project's progress so far offers a tantalizing glimpse into a potential future where cities are built for sustainability and livability from the ground up. Foundations for a revolutionary urban concept. But this is no ordinary urban development. The line represents a bold new vision for how cities can be built from the ground up. By starting with a blank slate in the vast Saudi desert, planners have the freedom to reimagine every aspect of the urban environment. The goal is nothing less than tackling the major challenges facing cities today, from air pollution and traffic congestion to urban sprawl and lack of green space. At the heart of this revolutionary concept are the line's twin skyscrapers, each soaring 500 meters into the sky, but just 200 meters wide. This striking linear design preserves a remarkable 95% of the natural landscape, with the city woven through the narrow space between the towers. It's a radical departure from traditional city layouts that enables unprecedented urban density while minimizing the development's footprint. Realizing this futuristic vision is a monumental undertaking, and construction is now well underway after years of planning. Extensive excavation work has begun along the 170-kilometer route, laying the literal groundwork for the city's foundation. Infrastructure is being put into place to supply the necessities of water, power, and transportation. Facilities have been built to house the initial force of 60,000 workers involved in this phase. As the line pushes forward, attention now turns to how it will deliver on its eco-friendly promises. The use of renewable energy, water desalination, and waste reduction will be key, as will passive building designs suited to the harsh desert climate. Yet concerns remain about the environmental impact of such a massive project on delicate ecosystems and indigenous communities in the region. Achieving true carbon neutrality at this scale presents immense challenges that will put Saudi Arabia's green commitments to the test in the years ahead. Environmental considerations and sustainability pledge. With its lofty sustainability goals, the line is aiming to set a new standard for eco-friendly urban development. The project has pledged to be powered entirely by renewable energy, likely a mix of solar, wind, and potentially other innovative sources suited to the desert environment. Water will come from carbon-neutral desalination plants, a necessity in the arid region, but a process that typically requires immense amounts of energy. Planners also envision a zero-waste city that maximizes recycling and minimizes its environmental footprint through careful design. Passive building strategies will be key to reducing energy demands in the harsh Saudi climate. The towering mirrored facades themselves could help deflect heat, while smart shading, natural ventilation, and green spaces will be woven throughout the structure. Innovations in materials and construction techniques will also play a role in realizing these ambitions. However, concerns remain about the project's environmental impact, especially given its unprecedented scale. Building a 170-kilometer-long megastructure in the middle of the desert will inevitably disrupt local ecosystems, from the critically endangered Arabian leopard to the fragile coral reefs of the Red Sea. The influx of millions of residents and the resources needed to support them could strain the region's limited water supplies and delicate habitats. Indigenous communities have also raised objections to the development. The Huaytat tribe has lived in the area for generations, but some have already been displaced by the project and claim they were pressured to accept unfair buyouts. Balancing the rights of local people with the ambitions of the state will be an ongoing challenge. Perhaps the biggest question is whether the line can truly achieve its zero-carbon goals at such a massive scale. The sheer embodied carbon in the materials needed to build the structure will be immense, and powering it sustainably will require renewable energy on an unprecedented level. Solving the technological and logistical challenges involved will push the boundaries of what's possible. Yet if the line even approaches its targets, it could serve as a powerful proof of concept for sustainable urban living. By starting from scratch and integrating green principles into every aspect of the design, the city has the opportunity to demonstrate that another way is possible. The eyes of the world will be watching to see if this mirage in the desert can deliver on its promises. As construction kicks into high gear, the line's execution continues to push the boundaries of what's possible in engineering and architecture. Consider the scale involved. At 500 meters tall, the parallel skyscrapers will each be taller than the Empire State Building, and at 170 kilometers long, they will stretch over a distance greater than the width of some countries. Engineering marvel or sci-fi fantasy, it's a project that pushes the boundaries of what's possible, defying conventional notions of urban design and construction. The twin skyscrapers of the line, each standing a staggering 500 meters tall, dwarf iconic structures like the 381-meter Empire State Building. Stretching over an incredible 170 kilometers, they span a distance greater than the width of some countries. It's a scale that boggles the mind and challenges our understanding of what cities can be. But the line is more than just a feat of vertical construction. It also aims to revolutionize urban mobility with cutting-edge transportation systems. Central to this vision is a high-speed underground rail network, promising to whisk passengers from end to end at unprecedented speeds. This subterranean marvel would put even the world's most advanced subway systems to shame, with some projections suggesting it could outpace existing high-speed rail technology. Above ground, autonomous vehicles and other smart transport solutions will shuttle residents around the car-free environment. Aerial trams and personal rapid transit systems have also been floated as potential options in the multi-layered cityscape. The goal is seamless, sustainable mobility that frees residents from the congestion and pollution of traditional urban transport. However, realizing these ambitions will require overcoming immense engineering and technological hurdles. Some experts remain skeptical about the feasibility of building such complex systems on this scale, particularly in the harsh desert environment. Maintaining and powering the transportation network sustainably will also be a significant challenge, even with the line's commitment to green energy. Yet optimists see the project as a testbed for urban innovation, arguing that its blank slate approach enables the deployment of cutting-edge solutions that would be impossible to retrofit into existing cities. They point to Saudi Arabia's track record with other megaprojects as evidence of the country's ability to deliver on its outsized ambitions. As construction progresses, the engineering marvels of the line are beginning to take shape. Advanced building techniques and materials are being deployed to erect the massive structures rapidly and efficiently. Modular construction, 3D printing, and other innovations are being harnessed to meet the project's ambitious timelines. Still, turning the sci-fi inspired renderings into reality will require a sustained effort over many years. The line's first phase is not set to open until 2030, and full completion could extend well beyond that date. Unforeseen challenges and setbacks are almost inevitable in a project of this complexity. Ultimately, the question of whether the line is an attainable marvel or an overambitious fantasy will be answered in the sands of the Saudi desert. As the world watches, the project's success or failure could redefine our understanding of what is possible in urban development. The staggering costs involved underscore the massive financial gamble that the line represents for Saudi Arabia. With a projected price tag that could exceed $2 trillion according to some estimates, it's a project of almost unimaginable scale and expense. Economic powerhouse or financial black hole? The staggering costs of the line have raised eyebrows and sparked debate about its economic viability. Current projections suggest the total price tag could exceed a staggering $2 trillion, an almost inconceivable sum for a single development project. This has led to concerns that the line could become a financial black hole. sucking in vast amounts of capital without delivering the promised returns. For Saudi Arabia, however, the calculus is more complex. The kingdom has long recognized the need to diversify its economy away from its heavy dependence on oil revenues. Mega projects like the line are a key part of this strategy, aiming to position the country as a global leader in innovation, technology, and sustainable development. By attracting international investment and creating new industries, Saudi leaders hope these initiatives will fuel long-term economic growth and job creation. Yet the path forward is far from certain. Attracting the necessary investment for a project of this scale will be a significant challenge, particularly in light of global economic headwinds and concerns about Saudi Arabia's human rights record. The kingdom's own finances, while bolstered by its vast sovereign wealth fund, are not unlimited. With oil prices volatile and the global transition to clean energy accelerating, there are questions about the long-term sustainability of relying on fossil fuel revenues to fund such ambitious undertakings. These concerns have led some observers to predict that the line's initial vision may need to be scaled back. Rather than the 9 million residents originally envisioned, some now suggest a more modest target of perhaps 1 to 2 million by 2030. There have also been hints that certain elements of the design, such as the height or length of the structures, could be revised downward to manage costs and technical challenges. Even so, the line remains an enormously expensive gamble. Some point to the experience of other Gulf states that have pursued similarly ambitious megaprojects, often with mixed results. Dubai's Palm Jumeirah artificial islands, for example, faced years of delays, cost overruns, and environmental concerns. Many of the city's gleaming skyscrapers have struggled with high vacancy rates, particularly in the wake of the global financial crisis. For the line to avoid a similar fate, it will need to deliver on its promises of economic dynamism and global appeal. Supporters argue that by creating a unique, cutting-edge urban environment, the city will be well-positioned to attract top talent, innovative companies, and high-value industries. They envision the line as the centerpiece of a thriving regional hub, driving growth and investment throughout Saudi Arabia and the broader Middle East. Others, however, remain more skeptical. They point to the inherent challenges of building a new city from scratch in a remote desert location, no matter how well-designed or technologically advanced. Attracting a critical mass of residents and businesses will require more than just impressive architecture and slick marketing. It will depend on factors like quality of life, cultural amenities, and economic opportunity, elements that can be difficult to engineer from whole cloth. As the line continues to rise from the sands, these debates will only intensify. The project's ultimate fate may not be known for years or even decades to come. Will it emerge as a model for 21st century sustainable urbanism, a touristic curiosity, or a cautionary tale of overreach? The answer will depend not just on the ingenuity of its builders, but on the complex interplay of economic, social, and political forces that shape our world. Construction progress, 10% and counting. With each passing day and each new beam put in place, we move closer to an answer. Construction progress to date offers encouraging signs for the line's proponents. After years of preliminary work, the project is now said to be roughly 10% complete, a major milestone for an endeavor of this complexity and scale. Let's take a closer look at the status on the ground. On-site infrastructure is rapidly taking shape, turning architectural renderings into steel and concrete reality. Massive foundations have been poured, and towering framework columns now march across the expansive construction zone. Sprawling worker facilities and equipment staging areas have sprung up alongside the rising towers, housing the army of laborers and specialists needed to keep progress on track. Hints of the high-tech transport systems that will be the lifeblood of the linear city are attracting global attention. The project's planners envision a multi-layered transportation network that will include high-speed rail, autonomous shuttles, aerial trams, and personal rapid transit systems, all seamlessly integrated to provide fast, efficient, and eco-friendly mobility for residents. Early signs of this transportation backbone are now visible in the lengthy stretches of tunnels and trenches crisscrossing the site. These subterranean passages will eventually house the world's most advanced underground high-speed rail system, whisking passengers from end to end at unprecedented speeds. Above ground, the beginnings of station infrastructure and transit hubs can be glimpsed taking shape. Elsewhere on the sprawling construction landscape, the foundations for vertical farming towers, renewable energy installations, and next-generation water and waste management systems are being laid. These critical pieces of infrastructure will be essential to realizing the line's promise of a sustainable, self-sufficient urban environment in the harsh Saudi desert. With some 60,000 workers already toiling on site and more set to join in the coming months and years, the project is rapidly gathering momentum, but there's still a long way to go before the line's gleaming towers and verdant public spaces fully emerge from the dust and debris of construction. Current plans call for the first phase of the city to be completed by 2030, with additional stages continuing for years or even decades beyond that initial target. This first phase will focus on establishing the core infrastructure and residential areas needed to support a population of around 1 to 2 million people, a significant step toward the ultimate goal of housing 9 million residents. Achieving this ambitious timeline will require not just sustained effort and investment, but also innovative approaches to design, engineering, and construction. The line's developers are currently exploring cutting-edge building techniques like large-scale 3D printing and modular construction to accelerate progress and reduce costs. They're also investing heavily in automation and digitalization throughout the construction process, from robotic bricklayers to AI-powered project management systems. These technologies promise to boost efficiency, minimize errors and delays, and create a safer, more productive work environment for the project's multinational labor force. Still, significant obstacles remain. The remote desert location poses logistical challenges for everything from material sourcing to worker housing and support services. The extreme heat and arid conditions will test both workers and equipment, requiring specialized safety protocols and environmental controls. Perhaps the biggest hurdle, however, is the sheer scale and complexity of the undertaking. With each passing day, the line is venturing further into uncharted territory, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in terms of architecture, engineering, and urban planning. Setbacks and course corrections are almost inevitable in a project of this ambition and scope. Yet the steady progress being made on the ground offers a tantalizing glimpse of the future city slowly rising from the sands. As construction crews continue to toil under the blazing Saudi sun, the dream of a revolutionary new model for sustainable urban living inches closer to reality. The road ahead is long and strewn with challenges, but the kingdom's commitment to realizing its vision appears unwavering. Only time will tell if the line can truly live up to its lofty promises. For now, however, the project's backers can point to the tangible signs of progress as evidence that their audacious gamble just might pay off. At 10% completion, the line has already begun to transform the Saudi desert landscape, but the true test of the project's success will lie in its ability to overcome the immense logistical, engineering, and environmental challenges that stand between concept and reality. Overcoming monumental engineering challenges. The unforgiving construction environment will require innovative solutions and adaptations at every turn, from cutting-edge cooling technologies and heat-resistant materials to specialized heavy machinery capable of operating in the scorching temperatures. Every aspect of the construction process must be adapted to the unforgiving desert environment. Sourcing the vast quantities of materials needed for such a massive undertaking presents another daunting logistical challenge. From the countless tons of steel and concrete to the advanced composites and high-tech components, the line's supply chain will stretch around the globe. Managing this complex web of suppliers, transporters, and on-site storage will require meticulous planning and coordination. Equally critical is the monumental task of assembling and supporting the workforce needed to turn the line's vision into reality. At its peak, the project is expected to employ over 100,000 workers from a wide range of nationalities and skill levels, providing housing, healthcare, catering, and other essential services for this diverse army of laborers is a massive undertaking in its own right. To tackle these challenges, the line's developers are turning to cutting-edge construction methods and technologies. Modular building techniques, where large sections of the structure are prefabricated off-site and then assembled in place, can significantly accelerate progress and reduce on-site labor requirements. Advanced automation, from robotic bricklayers to self-driving construction vehicles, promises to boost productivity and minimize human risk in the harsh desert conditions. Innovative materials. Science is also playing a key role. New heat-resistant concretes, thermal insulation composites, and smart facade systems are being developed to help the city withstand the punishing climate. State-of-the-art water conservation and waste management technologies will be essential to achieving the line's sustainability goals in a region where every drop of water is precious. Throughout the construction process, worker safety and welfare must remain a paramount concern. In addition to standard construction site hazards, crews will contend with extreme heat stress, dust and sand exposure, and the potential for dehydration and heat-related illnesses. Rigorous safety protocols, specialized protective equipment, and comprehensive medical support will be critical to ensuring the well-being of the workforce. As the line's towers continue their upward climb, the project's engineers and planners are grappling with these and countless other challenges on a daily basis. Each obstacle overcome represents a small triumph in the face of daunting odds. But the true measure of success will be in the cumulative impact of these efforts, the gradual realization of a groundbreaking urban vision rising from the unforgiving desert sands. The line's backers remain confident that their innovative approach and unwavering commitment will ultimately triumph over the myriad technical hurdles they face. Only time will tell if their optimism is justified. But one thing is certain, the construction of this visionary desert megaproject is pushing the boundaries of human ingenuity and resolve like few endeavors before it. If the line's planners can indeed surmount these monumental engineering challenges, they will have achieved more than just a technical marvel. They will have laid the groundwork for a revolutionary new model of sustainable urban living, one with the potential to reshape not just the Saudi economy and society, but the very fabric of cities around the world. Realizing this promise will hinge on much more than just the physical structures taking shape in the desert. It will require a comprehensive vision for the vibrant, dynamic community that will one day call the line home. As construction progresses, attention is increasingly turning to the lifestyle and amenities the city will offer its future residents. Realizing the vision, revolutionary living or pipe dream. Planners envision a revolutionary lifestyle within the line, promising a walkable urban utopia where all essential amenities are just minutes away. The city's multi-layered design will separate pedestrian areas, service infrastructure, and ultra-high-speed transit, creating a car-free environment that prioritizes human well-being and social interaction. Residents will have access to cutting-edge healthcare, education, and recreational facilities, all seamlessly integrated into the urban fabric. AI and automation will play a central role in powering this futuristic way of life. From personalized digital assistants to predictive maintenance systems, advanced technologies will work behind the scenes to anticipate and meet residents' needs. Smart building management will optimize energy usage, air quality, and comfort, while autonomous vehicles and robots handle logistics and delivery tasks, freeing up time for leisure and personal pursuits. At the heart of the line's promise is a commitment to sustainable, eco-friendly living. The city will be powered entirely by renewable energy, with green spaces, vertical farms, and natural landscapes woven throughout the urban environment. Water recycling, waste reduction, and circular economy principles will minimize the city's ecological footprint, offering a model for sustainable urban development in the face of global climate challenges. If successfully realized, the line's revolutionary urban vision could have profound socioeconomic impacts on Saudi society and the broader region. The project aims to diversify the kingdom's economy away from oil dependence, creating new opportunities in sectors like technology, services, and tourism. It could serve as a catalyst for homegrown innovation and entrepreneurship, attracting top talent and investment from around the globe. Moreover, the line's emphasis on inclusivity, cultural exchange, and quality of life could help drive social progress and modernization within Saudi Arabia. The city's diverse international resident base and forward-thinking design may foster a more open, tolerant, and cosmopolitan society in line with the kingdom's Vision 2030 reform agenda. Success could cement Saudi Arabia's position as a global leader in sustainable urbanism and inspire similar projects worldwide. However, realizing this transformative potential is far from guaranteed. Critics argue that the line's utopian promises are unrealistic and unachievable, given the project's immense scale, complexity, and unproven technologies. They point to the challenges of attracting millions of residents to an isolated, untested city in the desert, and question whether the envisioned lifestyle and amenities can truly be delivered as advertised. There are also concerns about the project's long-term financial viability and opportunity costs. With an estimated price tag in the hundreds of billions of dollars, the line represents a massive gamble of public resources that could potentially be invested in more pressing social and economic priorities. If the city fails to live up to its hype or suffers from low occupancy rates, it could become a costly white elephant burdening the Saudi economy for decades. Ultimately, the success or failure of the line's revolutionary urban vision will hinge on a complex interplay of technological, economic, social, and political factors. While the project's ambitions are undeniably bold and exciting, it remains to be seen whether they can be translated into concrete reality. As construction progresses and the first residents begin to arrive, the world will be watching closely to see if the line can truly deliver on its promise of a new era in sustainable, human-centric city living. The fate of this audacious desert megaproject rests in large part on the shoulders of its visionary backers and their unwavering determination to see it through. Leading the charge is Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, a man known for his bold economic and social reforms and his penchant for headline-grabbing megaprojects. The future beckons. Gateway to a new era? As the line's towers climb ever higher into the desert sky, the project's potential to revolutionize urban living comes into sharper focus. If successful, this groundbreaking development could serve as a template for sustainable, human-centric cities of the future, inspiring a wave of eco-friendly urban innovation around the globe. The line's promise of a car-free, zero-carbon environment where residents can access all essential amenities within minutes of their doorsteps offers a compelling vision of what sustainable urban life could look like in the 21st century. By integrating cutting-edge technologies, green spaces, and walkable neighborhoods into a seamlessly designed cityscape, the project aims to demonstrate that environmental sustainability, economic dynamism, and exceptional quality of life can coexist in harmony. For Saudi Arabia, the line represents a key pillar of the kingdom's ambitious economic diversification strategy. By positioning itself at the forefront of sustainable urban development, the country hopes to attract global talent, investment, and innovation to its shores, gradually reducing its reliance on oil revenues. If the line lives up to its hype, it could cement Saudi Arabia's status as a hub for cutting-edge technology and green innovation, reshaping perceptions of the kingdom on the world stage. The project's success could also have profound implications for urban planning and development in regions grappling with the twin challenges of rapid urbanization and climate change. By demonstrating the feasibility of large-scale sustainable urban living in the harsh desert environment, the line could inspire similar initiatives in other parts of the Middle East, Africa, and beyond, offering a beacon of hope for a more livable, eco-friendly future. However, realizing this transformative potential is far from guaranteed. The line's planners must grapple with a host of technical, logistical, and social challenges as they seek to turn their revolutionary vision into concrete reality. From the unprecedented scale of construction to the complexities of attracting and supporting a diverse resident population, the obstacles ahead are formidable. Yet the very audacity of the project is a testament to the power of human imagination and the enduring allure of seemingly impossible dreams. In a world confronting existential threats from climate change, resource depletion, and social inequality, the line's unyielding ambition offers a glimmer of hope, a tantalizing glimpse of what could be possible if we dare to think big and act boldly. As the saga of this desert megaproject continues to unfold, it raises profound questions about the limits of human ingenuity and our capacity to shape the future through sheer force of will. Can we harness the power of technology and innovation to build a more sustainable, equitable world? Or will our grandest visions ultimately founder on the rocks of political, economic, and social reality? Only time will tell whether the line will prove to be a true gateway to a new era of urban living, or a cautionary tale of overreach and unfulfilled promises. But one thing is certain, the world will be watching closely as this unprecedented endeavor takes shape in the Saudi desert, eager to see whether its backers can indeed turn their revolutionary dreams into a living, breathing reality.